to one of the best formulas that was ever raced around the hallowed London tarmac, Pre-70 bangers. So we have a classic British beef night with real banger drivers racing online. So how are we playing this game? It's the PC version of a game called Wreckfest, and a very big thank you to Gary Baker of VBRL and Stephen Challenger of BBS Promotions for making this very much possible. As you're discussing there, Jordan, the last meeting at Stanley was very hard hitting affair. Brent Shaw, the Viking, literally took it at that.
Ed. Yeah, cool. Sorry, I didn't know if you'd seen the message.
I'm trying to look at 3 screens now. Well, I'm looking at Cage Track Starworks. I'm looking at your one, just so we can go in between each other, and Cage Gang Mark 2. Okay, cool. Take 2.
Take 2.
All right, here we go. Same again, yeah? Cool. Good evening, banger racing fans, and a very warm welcome to the second Cage Virtual Banger meeting. I'm Ed Fahey, and alongside me in the commentary box in Essex is Jordan Hollands.
Yes, thank you, Ed, and good evening, everyone else, and welcome to our second annual meeting on Wreckfest. Obviously, slightly different for everyone, but after our fantastic first meeting a fortnight ago at Stanley, we're really looking forward to getting back into this one.
It'll be good, but tonight we remember very much missed and lost banger track, Wimbledon Stadium. And what better way to pay tribute to that than one of the best formulas that ever really raced around the hallowed London tarmac, Pre-70 bangers, classic British beef night with real banger drivers racing online. So how are we playing this game? It's the PC version of a game called Wreckfest, and a very big thank you indeed to Gary Baker of VBRL, which is the Virtual Banger Racing League, and Stephen Challenger of BBS Promotions, who are making this very much possible. As Jordan was saying, the last meeting at Stanley was a very hard-hitting affair. Obviously, nobody really wanted to win. I think the Viking was more or less gifted the win because he got it right at the very last second. He was just taken out when Jack Bunyan was taken out at the very last corner. Brent was there to take the lead. I think Jordan got a bit excited about that. Any thoughts on that, Jordan, or just more of the same?
Well, I'll tell you what, if we can get another finish like that tonight, it'll be absolutely unbelievable. Yes, I did get very excited, and I think we both did. I was jumping up and down on my sofa when Jack went in, and then he was trying to reverse, but then he got caught up on some dead cars. It was absolutely awesome, and fair play to Viking, as you said. He was in the right place at the right time, but former Speedworth owner Les Eaton said that 75% of racing is down to you and the car performing well, when then the other 25% is luck itself. And Viking certainly had it on his side a fortnight ago.
He certainly did. I mean, motorsport is unpredictability. It is the most unpredictable sport of all. You can save your football, save darts, save snooker, save anything really. You just don't know what's going to happen next. But in the virtual pits tonight, we're full of Rover P5s. We've a couple of Van den Pla 4Rs, Mark 10 Jags, a few Series 1 XJ6 as well, along with the Daimler DS420 Hertz limos. There's even my personal favourite banger in there too, a Mercedes 600. But looking at how well Kieran McIver did in his one the last time, the Van den Pla is probably the car to have. But we're live now on Facebook, so send in a few shout outs if you want. We'll do our very, very best to read them out, and thank you indeed for everyone for tuning in, and who will tune in the future, because this meeting will of course be available to watch again on YouTube. The parade lap will be starting very soon. Jordan, anyone to watch out for? Or are we still good? Are we waiting? Are we ready?
Well, names to watch out for. I think you've just said the man himself. It is 811 Kieran McIver. Obviously a very, very good and capable driver in real life as well. And he certainly proved his worth in the virtual world as well. He was absolutely frighteningly fast. Stan Lake, will it be the same tonight at Wimbledon? We'll have to wait and see.
But there's been an awful lot of ructions during the week of again a return match between the Viking and little Steve-O McGrath and Brent Shaw. They've hit each other very hard in reality. They've hit each other just as hard in the virtual world. So let's just see if there's a battle between Rover and 4R again, white versus green and yellow. But I'm sure whoever hits harder will be deemed very sour, or will they? We're just waiting for the parade lap to start very shortly. Anything else we should look out for? Well, basically it's more of the same really. We've a good mix of real drivers. We don't actually have any gamers in this evening. Everyone racing tonight has been in the driver's seat at least twice. That would include Mr. Cage himself, Matt Josie. But yeah, the parade lap's about to start by the looks of things. I'm just getting the feed open here. Any cars in particular catch your eye, Jordan, or just they've all put in a fantastic effort with their virtual skins?
I must say the virtual skins look absolutely amazing once again, and it must be said a massive thank you to everyone who helped out with the skins. You know, Danny Potts is one of them from Northern Bangers. Frederick as well, he's helped us out a lot, and I believe he's actually going to race at the All Granada meeting as well, which will be our next meeting. So that's absolutely awesome. So yeah, massive thank you to them guys. Well, no, we've seen the cars and we've been showing a few, but must be said, Shady Goff's Daimler DS240 limousine looks absolutely superb as well. I think Shady as well. You know, there's just so many cool cars we've got racing tonight, and even in the virtual world, seeing them race around Wimbledon will be absolutely awesome.
Yeah, well, hopefully we're good. I'm just trying to get the video league going myself. I can't actually see the feed at the moment. But you know, fantastic effort. I mean, for a change, it wasn't a case of doing an awful lot of welding in the workshop. The cars were ready to go on the button, as they say. So all you had to do was put your fantastic paint job on the car. But yeah, we're just waiting for the parade lap to start here. 1 second there. I'm just getting the live feed up. But yeah, then, is there anything else to look out for apart from Kieran McIver? Will anyone want payback on him?
Well, I think there'll be a few drivers winning payback tonight.
Jordan Hollands.
As you mentioned earlier, Ed, you know, I'll look at flat battle between Steve McGrath and Viking Brenshaw as well. You know, friends off track, but on track, both in real life and in the virtual world, they are fierce enemies. You know, we've got Buddy James as well tonight. He'll be looking to give Steve-O some backups. Watch out for 262 388 versus 162 Viking as well. We'll be going at it 2 versus 1 supposedly, but Shady Goff and Ben Nichols were 2 very good entertainers a fortnight ago, as well as Kieran McIver, who we've already mentioned. Yeah, it should be an awesome night, and I'm thoroughly looking forward to it.
Yep, I'm just looking at some of the cars doing the parade lap now. We see there. But yeah, no, an interesting lineup of cars, interesting lineup of paint jobs as well. Obviously, there's going to be a few battles in there. Another car to look out for is 528 Owen Hunt, aka the son of Jethro, who very much liked his old car meeting, so hopefully the old man's giving the younger man a bit of advice on how to do well. Another new joiner of this weekend. A few big names actually coming in. We've 99 Dave Spooner, BAM, down from the West Country in Cornwall. He's got a fantastic looking Mark 10 Jag, although he's not too keen on the car himself, but I think it's good. So, you know, but though the commentator's course isn't going to do it here. Looks like we have a very late entry. We might have James Keane himself racing. We said all of our drivers, someone got stuck in the London traffic maybe. Another new car for this weekend, Gary Webb 622, aka Mr. Material from Reading. He's in yet another Vanden Plough, but he's one in reality who really does like racing the old cars, race some very smart old cars as well. Another entry is Dan Woods, aka Mr. Retro, a great man for the memories and the photographs from back in the day. He's got a Series 1 Jaguar XJ6. Of course, the Series 1s just squeeze in as the Pre-70 cars. Of course, let's see what else we have. Jordan, anyone else really sticks out? Any more new players that we have tonight?
I think, you know, BAM, Dave Spooner is West Country's finest, is a great driver. He'll be looking to get stuck into the action as well. We also have 58 Carl Perry booked in as well. Again, he's get stuck into the action in real life. So yeah, he'll be looking to also cause a carnage. You know, we have lots of great drivers, and we're very, very thankful for all of them for racing with us tonight. Obviously, Saturday Night Fever, we want to go racing, we can't, but this is the best alternative, and we are very, very thankful for everyone's helping us do this.
Thank you to Dan Woods as well. The slideshow that you're seeing at the moment, the old cars from back in the day, that most of these are all photographs from the Wimbledon Gold and Oldies night. He provided a lot, so thanks to that. Looks like he'll be getting ready for Heat 1 very shortly. Which the cars are warmed up, the drivers are warmed up, the egos are more or less ready. see how many of them are battered, but we're under starters orders very shortly. And looks like they're coming out of the famous tunnel now, Jordan.
Yeah, that famous tunnel indeed. I know, Ed, me and you were chatting not that long ago about our memories of Wimbledon, and walking through that tunnel after the final meeting at Wimbledon was something I'll never forget. Certainly quite a famous tunnel in terms of short circuit over racing, isn't it?
Oh yeah, very much so. I mean, even if you blip your throttle, that's part of it. But we're about to go racing. Heat 1 of the caged virtual Pre-70 Classic Bangers. Jordan, take it away.
Thank you, Ed, and here we go. Race time, boys and girls. It's good to be back at Wimbledon. And here we go. It looks like it is Scott Goff taking the early lead in that limousine.
Oh, we're straight in.
He's flat. Bam's involved. And still there in that very smart Rover P5. The race leader is...
It's the Viking himself!
It's Viking, his buddy James goes into the market, darling. Scott, who's that in the hearse? He goes into the fence small. I believe that's Ben Nichols. He gets spun on the exit of turn 2 by the pit gate. Effort comes through as well. Not with a Mark 1 wheel tonight. Buddy James, who's he going for? Oh, he's gone for someone. Oh, massive T-bone there. I believe that's early race leader Scott Goff. Ben Nichols goes in.
He got him to limousine. Oh!
Right, all kicking off in this one early doors. Action on the pit bend. Who goes in there? Awesome hit. Level going in.
Hurst on Hurst.
Richnell goes in. Hurst on Hurst. Goes in, Buddy James goes in.
Oh, dog stealing hard.
Goes in. Smokey goes in. Ludford goes in. They're all going in now. Oh, no one's backing off there, well, Ed.
Oh, Frank goes in hard on the hearse. Oh, we're not holding back. I think we're the same as last time. But
start as you mean to go on.
Shows a post all by himself. What's he doing?
And which goes in there bizarre. That's Stuart Davis, Levy, went in. Bam! One of the Team Extreme cars goes in there as well. Oh, well, you can imagine what it's like if we had a full crowd on that pit, and they'd all be going mental right now as Larry C. Very own Jack and Junior there. Mr. Matt Josie. Oh, Bunyan, he was a very quick driver. I thought, okay, he gets stopped there. F-row.
Hurry up.
Oh, Harry there, he's in that other DS240 here. Sorry for not picking him up earlier. That's a good spot there, Ed.
Temporarily in the lead. Temporarily is Matt Josie. Let's see how long he lasts, or will he just hold on?
I'll tell you what.
The people that we paid to take him out.
He gets stopped by Cole Perry. Well, I said Cole Perry was a star to watch out for tonight, and he's certainly proving his worth. Motorhead there. Kim McIve also gets stopped by him. The race lead now is Woods, I believe. I see Jan helping us out with the slideshow tonight. So a massive thank you to him for allowing us to use his pictures. But he now gets stopped by Carl Perry on opposite. Oh, someone's been wrecked. I think that's Dave Spooner.
That's been our camera car has been wrecked, so we're still going here, Wimbledon. I'm just waiting for our director to pick up the camera again.
And we've got it back. Well, camera cars has been absolutely finished. Levers Viking, he gets scraped up the post on back straight there by Dalton still.
Yeah, I think the Vikings out of this one, unfortunately, so there goes any chance of a good point all.
Ben Nichols is an opposite. Jeffro, what are you going to do? Obviously, very quick driver himself, Jeffro. His son raced with us 2 weeks ago at the Stanlake Arena. It's great to have Owen with us, but it is Jeffro himself tonight.
It looks like Matt Josie's still in the lead. Oh, he's just lost. There's a bit of a scrap going on for the lead, which is good to see.
There's a great battle for the lead of the race, and it is Dan Woods. He's run out wide, going through turns 3 and 4. Can Matt Josie get up the inside? No, it looks like he's going to settle in behind for now. 2 or 3 laps to go in this one now. 2 laps to go. Lap and a half. Head down the back straight. Could we be on for Matt Josie winning this one? Always said he comes close, but not close enough. In on 9 races, he plays in his league on Wreckfest, as well as a couple of others. He's quite new to this virtual world. Here we go, final bend. Can he get it? Last bend lunge. Oh, it looks like he's going to be downwards winning the opening race. Nichols, Matt Josie gets trapped on John Bricknell's dead car. Well, what a start to our evening, Ed.
Yeah, that was particularly wild, but then again, it's what we expected. Good to see the big DS hearses on Oppo. I mean, that's what they're good for going on opposite pretty much, but they are a pretty capable car themselves. It was pretty wild now, like, there would have been a lot of aggression there now as we knew what was going to happen. The standard drivers there, I think Stu Davies got in very hard at the start in the Merc Limo. I think he was the first one to find the post. As you see, we're not quite finished yet, we're piling in here. But yeah, wasn't really any standout opinions. No one really stood out. Everyone had the same amount of aggression and anger. So let's see if they can keep it on until the next heat. We're just waiting for the final positions to be filled. The top 12 finishers score points towards the final. We've 3 more qualifying heats to go. And let's see then. The grid draws are random, but the bangers, most of the drivers don't really care where they start as long as they start. Unlike most other formulas, starting at the back or starting at the front isn't really a big advantage or disadvantage. Being in the middle is probably the best place to be, but I'm sure a lot of drivers would think otherwise. So yeah, we're coming up for heat 2 now. Some furious repairs going on in the pits, I'm sure, Jordan, and a bit of polish as well, because quite a few of them cars, nice bits of chrome on them.
Yeah, certainly the drivers have put in an effort tonight with the chrome as well. I tell you what, it smells like old school in the virtual world at Wimbledon. Absolutely insane first heat race of the night. As I'd said earlier, we're looking at the top 12 positions to get points for the final, which will be based on the points that the drivers have scored across the 4 heat races. Well, as we saw there, Ed, it seems that most drivers are just going for the crash tonight rather than getting the points.
Well, that's fine. I mean, it's about the crashing as much as it is about the racing. But as we saw, a lot of drivers actually found the post all by themselves. Like, they obviously thought they could bounce off a post. You can't do that. Or the wires. Yeah. You can't do that either.
Yeah, that's a very good point, Ed. Even in the virtual world, we've seen that the post can be lethal around Wimbledon. Obviously, Ricky Khan, the former national hot rod star, actually had a post named after him because he kept clipping it. So yeah, looks like we're going to have a few more.
Yeah, looks like
fatalities tonight.
I think so. 20 seconds to go. Looks like from a bit of feedback, the drivers really did enjoy themselves. I think Crispy enjoyed that. I think that third is probably his best ever finish. A bit of hellos going on. But yeah, 10 seconds, 9.87. Jordan, heat 2, are you ready?
Yeah, I certainly am, Eddie. Are you ready?
Oh yeah, I'm ready. Born ready. Let's do this.
Born ready. Here we go. Heat number 2, Unlimited National Bangers Pre-70, Wimbledon Stadium. Let's hope the camera car can put onto the centre second this time. It does look like it. Still gives him a little nudge. Ready race leader, though, is Steve McGrath himself. Always Jack and Junior. Matt Josie's taking the lead. He does. See, Matt finished second in that opening heat race. Very unlucky not to get downwards there, Woodsy. I think that's Alan Webber. He clipped the post. He gets a solid T-bone there from Dalton Still. Team V man. That's like Ben Nichols as an opposite. He takes that Jeffro. Dalton Still goes in on him. Oh, got to keep
early leader now is Kieran McIver. Yes, Dalton Steele pushing very hard there. Team V Young Gun. Is he going to hit the fence? He steers down it nicely.
Oh, Perry went in on someone there. Is Jeffro
across the floor, mate?
Well, I know who Jeffro was looking for. He was looking for Ben Nichols.
Across the 8. We might do figure of 8 at some stage. You seem to be pretty good at it. More people find the fences. There's Buddy James on the pit bend. Is he about to get him?
Great entertainer in that open heat race of the night.
Well, there's a lot going on.
Watching this one.
Oh, Dalton Steele gets him, runs with the post.
McIver's still your early race leader. I think he won 2 or 3 of the 4 qualifying heats the other week.
He did, and he took the all-comers as well. But he's doing pretty well at the moment. He's just seems to be staying out of trouble.
There was a great head on there, just as Ed was talking about Kieran McCarthy, and what a great driver he is. I think that was Ben Nichols going in on someone there as well.
There should be a bit of a race going on here. What's happening? They're not crashing into each other. Oh, spoke too soon.
Ben Nichols goes in on someone there. That was the commentator's curse working for you there, Ed.
I think so. I seem to be quite good at that. So I better not mention too many people how well they're doing or how well not they're doing. Whoa, the Team Extreme boys challenge up there.
I think that was Gabby Webb also involved there. Steve LaHurst goes through.
We're moving their cameras again.
When he's Jaguar. Well, it's acting like a tripod. He's only got 3 balls on his back and he gets hit by the limo there. I think that was Scott Goff. He's still going low. He goes for Gabby Webb.
It's one broken Jag. He's lost the wheel.
Still going.
It's one of the Goff boys in the Jag. Yeah.
Oh, Perry Lowe is on opposite. Throw comes back through there. He's still going through this one. But Kieran McCarver still leads the race out in front about halfway through this second heat race of the night. Oh, Perry, who's he looking for? Biding his time.
I think McCarver's looking for a win, and he wouldn't be looking for anyone just yet, unless somebody annoys him during this race.
Certainly, you know. It must be said, Kieran didn't have it all his own way in that opening heat race of the night.
I did mention the unpredictability of it all.
Yes, certainly, and I think that unpredictability we've seen throughout our first meeting and so far tonight, haven't we, Ed?
This down Woods, he's having a good look there. Shady Goff in the limousine. Looks like another pilot forming there in the pit bend. No, oh, we do.
Involved Ben Nichols is still trying to cause carnage there. See one of the Team Extreme guys, I think that's Buddy James, bit squashed. Deep downwards, gets spun there.
What the no, bangers, man!
The crowd goes wild. I think our camera car's been wrecked again, Ed.
It's completely normal. There's actually a bit of a hot rod fest going on here at the moment.
I was going to say, I think this second heat race has been a lot quieter than the first one. I don't think Carl's quite had it his own way in his hearse in this one.
Oh, Jen, anyway.
Sure, look at
Hit the fence!
Our race.
Oh, we've lost the leader! Oh, no, we haven't.
Jeez. And Dave Spooner, what a shot. That was almost similar to Paul Whiteman in the 2004 and 2005 World Final. Right up in the air on that turn. Absolutely awesome stuff. Arcing, that's to the cage, if I've ever seen it there. Oh, well, it was quite an explosive end to that one. We were saying how quiet it was as Ledford gets put in by Ben Nichols. Defo comes through. He goes in on Chris Smith. That Josie puts in someone. Goffey goes in as well. That's Pitch Finney usually looking for. He goes into the pile up. Wow. Explosive end to that second heat race there, Red.
Yep, looks like we've been handed a piece of paper in race control. Owen Hunt's Black Cross was attacking from the infield, so we obviously didn't for last time, but that's what you call a jack and trying right at the end there. So yeah, it looks like they want to do a bit of a race. Obviously, all the hard work they spent restoring these cars, wants to do a few laps with them, but we knew eventually it would go downhill, or uphill, depending on the way you look at
it. Certainly was, but Chris Miffler finishing the second position. Well, I know, Ed, you mentioned his third place in the first heat was a great result for him. He's had a great start to the meeting tonight, ain't he?
It could be the case if he's going looking for the action, but it's not coming to him. But it could all change very suddenly. I mean, that's the nature of this racing, of course. No one's really interested in winning. Just interested in a good old smash up. Although that might change when it comes to the final. A bit like the early firecrackers, really. Every heat is just a massive pile up. But then when the final comes on, yes, you get a really good race. But yeah, we've 2 more heats, and then after that we've a 10-minute break, so we can have some lemonade and orange halves, or mainly that we can form the grid for the final. But yeah, anyone stand out for you in that race, Jordan, or was it just good entertainment?
It was good entertainment. I think, well, Dave Spooner, Bamler, what a shot he put in on turn number 1, well, the old turn number 3. Absolutely mental. Yeah, great end to that race. Massive wrecking train. Loads of cars going in. As you said, Ed, I think it was quite a hot rod race out in front, but Kieran McIver seemed to be the star of the field yet again.
Yeah, looks like the cars are coming out of the famous pit tunnel again for race number 3. And we're down a man, unfortunately, for now. Anyway, Stephen Bolton's having power problems with his car. Obviously, the battery's shorted out or something. He's going to see if he can get it going again. We're man down for the next race.
Needs to do rather than an engine change, he needs to do a computer change in the pits.
He has. For heat 3. Here we go.
Heat number 3. An ultimate chance for all these drivers to secure the points. Here we go. Race time. Brent Shaw's taking an early lead.
Pulse again by the looks of things.
And still, he gets caught on one of the infield tyre markers.
Completely normal.
Yeah,
completely normal.
The amount of times I've seen drivers clip those markers, it is as well. It's absolutely sent there.
He's just literally pinballed between the cars and the post.
Yeah, certainly was, Ed. He goes up the inside of Jack and Jim. Matt Josie, he gets hard swap there.
He's driving Matt's racing very cleanly tonight, it must be said.
Yes, it is. He didn't have it all his own way a fortnight ago. Went over the arm curve a few times.
That's normal. That's what we want to see.
Yeah, certainly. I made a comparison between him and Liam Fendley at the caravan meeting at Stanley a few years ago, so it is doable. But it is Smokey Alan Webb taking the early race lead in this one, a third of the way through this third heat race.
That's Dan Woods in reverse doing pretty well, must be said. They were slamming off posts in the background, plenty of banging in my headphones anyway. They see we still have Alan Webb is still in the lead.
Bunyan, he was going through there and he's Rover P5. He's someone who we haven't seen too much of so far tonight. We mentioned in the introduction that he was there or thereabouts in the final. Well, in fact, he was leading it until he got taken out later by Dan Woods. And still again, he goes in.
Literally felt that. That was a good one.
It is Smokey Alan Webb leading the way. Kieran McIver's in second position as well.
Yeah, that was in third.
Gets taken into the tyre markers. Early race leader Brent Shaw in fifth position. Obviously, the virtual caged open champion.
He didn't even have time for the gold roof, unfortunately.
I was going to say, that's a good point, Ed, because he was teasing everyone on the group chat with that gold roof after the meeting. Yeah. John Rignall goes in on Jack Bunyan. Obviously, them two do like crash in real life. Team Bunny and Team FBI, but they're good friends off the track, and it's great to see as he goes in on Matt Josie. Well, we were saying before the meeting at Stanley a night ago, we wanted Matt to wear it. It looks like he's going to be trying to get Matt to wear it tonight. That could have a new pair of earrings by the end of the night.
Sort of from the flyer, they sound very posh, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, it's him again!
And he rolls him over. What a shot by Jack Bunyan. Can Matt get back into it?
Well, that means Matt's around, so and he's looking for him again. That's one strong rover.
As Stu Davis, though, he takes. It's John Bricknell goes in on Bunyan. Dalton still goes in on Bricknell.
The ball goes in as well. Ball's on Dalton still.
Matt escapes this time. I think Jack was too occupied with John Bricknell there. John has been a great entertainer so far tonight. Stu Davis, he puts himself in. He was trying to follow in James Key there. See, James is in a late for tonight as John Bricknell. He again goes
over again.
Scott Goff goes in there in 99 on Bricknell. Jeffo goes in over the back right corner of John Bricknell. Stu Davis beside the Dalton there. Obviously, Dalton is a Northern-based driver. This is like the Wharton Stock Car Club.
Yep. Might be a last second lunch here for Kieran McIver. He's going to hold on.
A last lap now is Alan Webb in second position. Even he gets caught on Bunyan's car. Buddy James goes in. Buddy James, a welcome addition to tonight. The race with us a full night.
It's literally going to be a race here to the last corner. We've half a lap to go.
Taking the lead. That's a great spot there, Ed. Kieran McIver's in second position. But he's taking the lead.
Wow.
What a great
finish there almost.
Ed, that was a great spot by you, and that was almost similar to the final we had a fortnight ago, wasn't it?
It was, except I spotted the second place rather than the first place. Well, yeah, like we said, it's good to see a bit of competitiveness going. It's not just a case of who can smash their way through. There was a pretty good race going on there at one stage as well, in the hallowed tarmac of Wimbledon. Yeah. John Brinkman rolling off a tyre again. But yeah, that was a good victory of McIver. Definitely didn't give up. He was down to 7th there at one stage, but he clawed his way back up again, either through good fortune or a bit of decent comment.
Matt Josie got a massive shot there just after a red flag. Sorry to butt in there, Ed.
That's no problem. I know it's very refreshing to see Matt Josie getting caged. I mean, he did invent the term caged to describe our beloved website, so fair is fair, like, all good at me.
Very quick there, Ed. Very good pun. Good job.
Oh, yes.
As the klaxon sounds, and that is the end of the third heat race. Well, I don't know about you, but what a performance by Jack Bunyan in that one. Any more standout performances?
Jack Bunyan, mainly because he just smashed the crap out of our Matt Josie. And looks like Stephen Bolton will be out for the final heat. He's literally just got his car going again. Yeah. But I mean, he only lives around the corner from Agadooey, so if anything really blows up from Agadooey, he literally jumps in his car 2 seconds later he's home. But we're just waiting for the cars to get ready again, and our results are being calculated. But yeah, hopefully more of the same. Like
you can see how Perry, his wheel keeps falling off. I think there was a great video put online by Northern Bangers where Chris Whiteman throwing his steering wheel out the window after taking a pounding by the Motley Crue Arena in the mid-90s. Have you seen drivers throw their steering wheels out the car in frustration?
Either that or because the steering rack is literally broken and it's come away in their hands. I've seen that too. But 20 seconds to go to heat number 3. Any predictions for this one, or just more of the same? I think Jack Bunyan just has Matt Josie in the crosshairs now, so that's it. That's it, Matt. The money that we get, the 50p that we gave Jack, is going to do well. 5 seconds to go. Jordan, take it away.
Thank you, Ed. And yeah, hopefully Matt might be looking for his revenge on young Jack in this one. See, Jack, a very capable driver, races a lot at the Stanley Arena. He's become a bit of a star in the 1600cc bangers as well with late. But it is Matt Josie who has taken the early race lead. It's that man again, it's Carl Perry on opposite. Matt's going to have to watch out. Ben Nichols goes in the Matt's on his roof again, he's on his side. What a start to this one. Oh dear. As Alan Webb gets hit there as well.
We knew what would happen, it was just a case of when.
Nichols there as well. He goes head to head with the Team Extreme. D. James in 262. Kieran McIver's leading again. This will be his 3rd race win of the night. Well, surely cementing his pole position.
It's not over yet.
No, it's not over yet, and we were talking about commentator's curse. Hopefully I haven't just put that on him. A race win here would see him cement that pole position for the final. See, I stopped too soon. He gets hit by Webb, I think, less smoky. Well, sorry, Kieran, that's my fault. I completely blame myself. But Alan Webb takes the lead of this one. Well, you told me to shut up.
I did. Yeah, we do actually apologise for the slightly lower quality of picture here. This is out of our control, unfortunately, but I hope it doesn't ruin your enjoyment of the evening so far, which is quite good. Look, so another pile up here in the pit, Ben. If you guys going the wrong way, Is there a way through? Oh, MacGyver gets it again from the Viking this time. Two extreme guys go together. The pick gate this time, but Smokey's still in the lead, but it looks things just spam there. Spam or bam, I don't know. It depends if you say it quickly or not. Crispy's in second place again, and Matt Josie's in third for now. Let's see if that 50p we gave Jack Bunyan is going to be a good investment or not. I'm real on the pit bend again. Those posts are taking off tasty tonight.
No, that's some shady Goffler in the hearse. He goes in. Was that? No, that's actually Brandon Kavanagh. Sorry, I've been getting that name wrong all night. It's Brandon Kavanagh in that other hearse.
Shady and Brandon in the
goes in on
hearse.
James Keane. Bam goes in on Stu Davis. Alan Webb goes in.
And Jack
Matt goes in as well. Matt's taking the lead
again. But let's see.
Again, can he hold on
in
this one? Team Extreme, they're going on Jeffro. And Kavanagh goes in, and Chris Smith, Kieran McIver gets hit.
Oh! Sandwiched.
Ben Nichols goes in on Chris Smith. Well, he
Probably
probably will
people
be a
are
bit
sandwiched
crispy
there.
after that one. Yes, certainly.
Well, Matt Josie's in the lead, but Dan Woods is right behind him.
Ben Nichols goes in on Buddy James.
Steve-O Avengers.
Oh, Matt Josie gets a massive hit there by Steve-O.
There's Dan Woods, take the lead. Is he through? Is he through? Has he made it through? He has.
Smokey Lever, earlier race leader. This is Kieran McIver there, battling out with Steve-O McGrath. Other people going in.
We heard him losing. Matt Josie has somehow maintained the lead. 5 more laps to go, Matt. Let's see what happens, eh?
Oh,
he spoke too soon. And he's up a post.
We've cursed 2 people in this race. It's 1 each. Let's hopefully not curse any more people.
Matt Josie is in the lead. He was in second place, third place, fourth place. He's in 5th place. He's in the lead. He's not. Sorry, Matt, just trying to jinx you here.
It is Chris Smith out in front. Dan Woods has just taken the lead around the outside, going into turn number 3 low. Great move by Dan Woods. Buddy James coming through. Who's he looking for? Matt Josie comes through again. JD Goffler as well. Oh, Chris Smith goes in on Ben Nichols.
And we're with the leader now.
There. It is indeed in a very nice Surrey Street Squad livery there. See the Surrey Street Squad we're used to seeing now in the big van bangers. Now they race a lot at Smallfield in the normal bangers or the rookie bangers with Jamie Batchelor leading the way, Flem in the real life.
Team, classic delivery and a classic car combination. I spoke to soon again.
He spun it by himself. Where's Alan Webb? Where's Alan Webb? He's in second position. He's the man we need to look out for. Chris Smith in third position, though. Jeffro in fourth.
He begins his final lap now. Plenty of battered carcasses litter the arena.
It does well get out of that. It looks like... Oh, it was that on their side there. One of the Team Extreme. I think that's... Well, it's either Buddy James or Stephen McGrath. But Dan Woods comes through and takes the checkered flag.
Nice little handbrake turn there. Fine win there by that. And if it takes that payback shot from Alan Webb, totally justified. And Crispy in third place.
Oh, Chris Smith goes in. Well, Ed, one thing I've noticed is that when cars take the checkered flag, there's always like one driver that needs to have the last say, and I think Chris Smith and Alan Webb certainly got the last word in there.
Don't forget that does happen in the actual banger racing scene as well as the virtual scene, getting run in on the last lap. I've seen it happen a few times.
Certainly, I think a most recent example of that is Tony Pole's awesome following in on 25 Joe Parsons after he won the Champion of Champions title at the Birmingham Wheels Raceway in 2018. Obviously, Jamie was last year's winner of the BWS Entertainers League as well, enjoying a bit of a rivalry with Jordan coming throughout the year as well. But Jamie's a very good driver, and here in the virtual world, another exciting heat race there.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I know we said before after the last race, it's happened again. There's actually been a bit of racing here. It's not just been a complete smash fest, which is good too. That's also part of the classic banger scene. I mean, the guys really want to get a few laps out of their cars, and as well as that, I mean, imagine being there in reality. All just the sound of the cars, like all the straight 6 Jag engines, the V8s and the Rovers. Some of the Rovers are the straight 6s as well. Of course, the screaming V8 that does be in the Mercedes 600. But it's basically coming together like we thought it would. It's been very entertaining so far. I think are we finished the heats now, or do we have one more heat to go? I think we have one more heat to go, do we?
No, I think we're going to head into a 10-minute break now, Ed, and maybe it's time to have a few of your thank yous and shout-outs in this one.
Well, a very big, massive shout-out to Jack Bunyan. Myself, just before the meeting, myself and Jordan Hollands paid him 50 pence each via PayPal, just purely to plaster Matt up as many posts and bits of wire as he could, and looks like he has, so thank you very much, Jack.
Yeah, certainly, and obviously it must be said as well, a massive thank you to Stephen for sorting out the live stream tonight. Unfortunately, Gary Baker, who done the live stream for us a fortnight ago, his computer was playing up, so a massive thank you to Stephen for coming in short notice and bringing you guys this stream tonight, and obviously allowing me and Ed to commentate as well.
Oh, very much so. So I've enjoyed this one. You'll certainly enjoy the next meeting in 2 weeks' time, which is, I'm just hoping to get my glasses on here, opening the calendar up for someone open. Of course, the 23rd of May 2020, Ringwood Raceway. You'll love this one. All Mark 1 and Mark 2 Granadas. So basically a replay of the classic meeting that happened there in 2016. Probably considered one of the best banger meetings of that decade. We're going to be recreating it at Ringwood with a good few numbers of the drivers that were there in the day as well. I know, again, we spoke about them earlier on. Brent Shaw, the Viking, Lil Steve McGrath, they were there. They had an absolutely massive coming together in the heats. And then Steve-O tried chasing the whole night, didn't get him back. Hopefully he might get a bit of retribution. But the very different variants of Granadas as well. Pretty much every shape of Granada ever we have in the game. I think the only one we're missing is the Coupe Limousine. We might get that one in as well. But there were none there on that day anyway. You looking forward to that one there, Jordan?
Yes, certainly. And I was actually at that meeting in 2016. Just like opening heat race of the night, Tommy West getting absolutely obliterated by a 252 Boogie, Stephen Boogler. Included was also involved. Martin French as well. We had Sam Wyatt and Stephen Reynolds doing their replica of the 2010 wrecking train at the World Final. It was just absolutely awesome, and it was a beautiful Saturday afternoon. Ringwood was packed, and it was a great time, had to buy all.
Very well so, and hopefully we can recreate a bit of that atmosphere then as well, because I mean it's a similar time of the year as well. Beautiful summer evening, spring evening, summer evening, who cares, we're going racing, see how we get on. But yeah, we've a 10-minute break now. So yeah, any standout performances so far this evening, Jordan? Has everyone just been on it again?
I think everyone's been on it again. Standout performances had to be Jack Bunyan, Ben Nichols, 58, Carl Perry. You know, so many drivers. I think Dan Wood's done a superb job in his first ever with us here at Caged on Wreckfest, and he's done a brilliant job. Lastly, I know we said thanks to Stephen. He also runs League on Wreckfest, BBS Promotions, Wednesday night racing, and he also has a Facebook page called Wreckfest Live Streaming. Some Facebook, so go and give that a like and a follow. Some absolutely awesome content there from on Wreckfest, and that will keep you occupied during this lockdown that we have.
Let's hope so. Doesn't last too much longer, of course. Massive respects and well done to all our health services, the NHS, the HSE, anyone really who's doing hard, who's working hard through all this. Keep working through all this. I mean, it's not an easy time for any of us. Obviously, we're all sitting here in our sitting rooms and bedrooms enjoying this virtual racing when we should really be enjoying full-size racing. So hopefully, maintain safe distance, all that kind of thing. It does work. Unfortunately, I think everyone at this stage either knows someone or knows someone who knows someone who's been affected by this terrible disease. So looks like we're getting ready now for the final. The cars will be lining up on the grid. We've lost Jordan Hollands for now. We'll be getting ready for the...
I'm still here.
Oh,
sorry,
apologies.
I was just going to say I'll have a look at our comments on Facebook. It looks like we are getting ready for the final, so I'll just try and do it quickly.
Everyone's just lining up now. It'll take a few minutes to get the cars together.
This is a good opportunity for you to talk about some of the cars in more detail that we've got racing with us here tonight.
I think so too. Well, in between all the van and Plough 4s, which is unusual because you very rarely see someone have a good day in the van, and for whatever reason the Rolls-Royce engines in them weren't really suited for banger racing. But underneath, if you take that troublesome Rolls Royce engine away, you've the venerable Austin Westminster Wolsey 6110 underneath. You see the cars all lining up there. But yeah, I think the car to have so far this evening has been the Jaguar XJ6, because they just keep on going no matter what. Personally, a little bit disappointed nobody got out of classic Inspector Morse Mark II Jag, but you can't win them all. Then again, we see the kind of the stalwarts again of the classic banger scene, the Daimler DS420s. The Goffs have done an extremely good job. Scott and Shady, and then their cousin, I think it is, Brendan Cavanagh, be doing extremely well with his one too. Not forgetting my personal favourite car at the meeting, it would be Stu Davis in the Mercedes 600. Of course, there was one of these raced in the real banger world in 2002, I think it was. Tim Spike Dre, the Hitman race one. Basically the fastest banger I've ever seen, and it would definitely, if you'd put it out to National Hot Rods, it would definitely give them a scare down the straight. It's just the sheer speed of the car, never mind the weight of it and the size of it, like a massive car this quickly, literally pulling away from the Daimler DS420s like they were going backwards. That's something you'd never see kind of in the classic banger days. Nearly always a Jaguar dominated grid. But have you been any decent classic banger meetings yourself, Jordan, down the years? I know you're slightly younger, so I wouldn't have made all the ones that I made.
Yeah, certainly. I'm slightly younger than you, Ed. It's probably common knowledge, but the Dave King Memorial at Wimbledon was, I think, the only real Pre-70 classic banger meeting I've been to. I never went to one at Wimbledon, sadly. Yeah, the Pre-70 Dave King Memorial was a meeting that, well, stands out for me. Absolutely fantastic. Awesome performance by Charlie in memory of his dad racing one of his dad's old cars. It was just a great weekend and all. Don't know if you come over for that one, did you, Ed?
I didn't, unfortunately, wasn't able to, but I've been to, I was at the last few Stan Woods meetings in Stoke as well, apart from the very last one, which was ruined by the weather. But I mean, part of these classic bar meetings is taking a really good walk around the pits, having a really good look around. Like, some of the cars you see are fantastic. Of course, the classic car brigade are going to give out about them, but in most cases, these cars were far too knackered to begin with. I'm sure nearly every banger racer knows classic car guy, or the other way around. You could find that an awful lot of banger racers are classic car fans as well. So, you know, they've seen that car, that's too far gone to even consider putting back on the road. So, but yeah, like it's a good meeting, always good entertaining as well. And the drivers themselves love the classic cars. They're easier to work on, they're simpler to work on. It's not like nowadays where you've wheels literally getting ripped off. You don't have ECUs to worry about, you've no electric problems to worry about. All you series, make sure them twin Webers are singing. You know, you're getting good water, good air feed into the carbs and all that. Obviously older cars are not as dependent on all these sensors and all the Mondeos have. But the only thing to worry about really is the old rust. I think we have a few rusty cars here tonight, Jordan.
Yeah, certainly. I think a lot of welding has gone into these cars tonight, and I think you said it yourself, Lered. At the last ever Wimbledon Unlimited meeting in real life, one of the Surrey Street Squad guys had a A60, and that very nearly won the DD. Obviously, the DD was eventually won by 190 Steve Bailey in his Aston Young Rodius people carry, which are now banned. It's a lot of hard work getting these virtual cars here tonight, and I think it's been an awesome night so far.
It has. You actually made a very interesting quote there with the A60. That was always the highlight of any classic banger meeting, usually the unders DD, because nowadays a meeting you go to, the DD might be over in 2 minutes, might be over in 10 seconds. But I think the longest DD I've ever seen of the meetings I've been to, the Pre-68 Hansford in the year 2000, 20 years ago, the DD must have lasted for at least 25 minutes, because there were 5 A60s that just refused to be killed. And that was the one thing about, that was obviously why the A60 was the trademark banger for so many years. You just couldn't kill it. It doesn't matter how many times you smashed into another A60 or any of the other cars, it just didn't die. They snapped, they jacked, but they kept going. It didn't matter. It's just for some reason they just refused to die. The amount of punishment that they can take compared to some of the younger cars, obviously they're not as fast, they're a bit more prone to rolling, but they just refuse to die. A bit like the driver's spirit, really.
Yeah, certainly. I think, you know, these classic cars are, you know, notorious for being British beef, British tin, very hard-working cars. They won't give up easily, neither will the drivers now. As you said earlier, I think that's why the drivers tend to enjoy the classic car meetings a lot more than the modern meetings that we get.
So a bit of showboating going on at the moment there. Stewie doing a few rings on the grass. I'm sure back in the day you would have got sent to the naughty step for that one. Sure, the Wimbledon were very protective of their flower beds. I don't know what they are now.
Yeah, certainly. I think must be said a massive thank you to James Keane for stepping in last minute and racing. Obviously, I think we've had Wreckfest has done a bit of an update over the last 48 hours or so, and a few people were having trouble loading the game tonight and getting onto the server. So James Keane has finally stepped in to do the racing, and he's also been doing the points for us tonight. So he's a multitasking man, is our James. Obviously, Southern Speedway's finest marshals as well.
My finest, the best. But it looks like we're getting the grid here from Race Control. Pole position, surprise, surprise, Kieran McIver. On the outside, Dan Woods. Second row of the grid, Chris Smith, Sam Gibson. Third row is Matt Josie. Something wrong here. And Jethro. On the fourth row, on the outside, it's Alan Webb. That last win helped there. And the Viking himself, Brent Shaw. Behind him is our man of the match so far. It's Jack Bunyan. Alongside him is Dalton Steele. Just waiting for a few more results to come through here. But there's the first 6 rows of the grid so far, so the cars will be going around. See Kieran McIver on pole position there, just ahead of Dan Woods. And the next row of the grid will be 262 Buddy James, 99 Scott Goff.
Must be a mistake in there, surely. Matt Josie being that far up the grid.
Yeah.
Sure?
Yeah. But look who's not too far behind him. It's our old pal, the bunny himself, Jack Bunyan.
Yeah, I'm sure Jack will have something to say about Matt starting that far up top.
Well, let's see how it goes. We're just waiting for the next grid position to come through here. Next row after that, it is Scott Goff, and then on the outside of him, 451, it would be James Keane himself. So fair play, James. He's done very well. And then I think after that, anyone else can just join the grid.
Yes, and it would be interesting to see how many of these drivers haven't scored a point. See, we were looking for the top 12 point scores across the 4 heat race. See, Kieran McIver was the best then, taking a few heat wins. Dan Woods as well. He was very impressive, as was Chris Smith. We saw a fortnight ago at Stanlake, the drivers that dominated the heats didn't necessarily have it their own way in the grand final, did they, Ed?
Well, the phrase a big push, I think that's what we're going to have here. I think basically, say, this third, fourth, fifth rows are just literally going to not even care what's in front of them, just go flat to the boards, as we say, and go through the fence.
Yeah, I think it was Lossie, Chris Hardy actually got followed in massively at one of the London Opens in the mid-noughties, and he actually went through the fence on turn number, well, what was turn number 1, but turn number 3, if you see what I mean, because the start line has moved. He got followed in massively, and his car actually went through the post, and it was such a scary instant to witness. His Nissan Bluebird got absolutely mullered. Well, mullered is an understatement, but yeah, that was a very scary instant to witness.
Let's stay in the post and wires. Literally take no prisoners. It doesn't matter who gets put into them. Like you've seen, as I said, Ricky Hunt, the National Hot Rods. It literally, poor car exploded around him. He hit the post that hard. But it looks like Ben Nichols now at the back, and we have our grid for the final. Any early predictions, Jordan, or is it a case of whoever's still standing at the end of 25 rather punishing laps of this hallowed Wimbledon tarmac?
I think that's exactly right, and I think we see it, a couple of weeks ago. You can't count anything out in the world of banger racing, and that's including the virtual world. The last corner could be interesting to watch with people on opposite. Back markers will be looking to get involved as well. It's just going to be a very, very interesting 25 laps ahead of us, and I think we're about to go rolling 20 miles an hour. Ed, I'll leave it to you to commentate over this rolling up, and then I'll take it away at the green.
Thank you very much. So just very quickly, the top 10 positions on the grid, will they be in those top 10 positions at the end of the race? We don't think so. Our camera's just moving around now. We're under starters' orders. Kieran McIver obviously very keen to make up on the disaster that he had last time around. Let's see what happens. Dan Wood's been very impressive. Basically, the top 4 rows of the grid have all been quite good when it comes to the racing side of it, but the rest of the grid behind, they're more interested in putting on a show and doing a bit of entertainment. So let's see what happens. We're halfway at the back straight, so Jordan, I will leave the first few laps into your very capable hands for this one. Take it away.
Thank you very much, Ed. Kuma Carbledge is back in the field up. Chose to go quite early, and chose to go quite early again tonight. Great start by him. Chris Smith looks like he's going to get in second position. Can he get up inside the numbers going into the first turn? Yes,
here we go.
He can. But Kuma Carver's already got, well, I'd say about a 5 or 6 car length lead over Chris Smith. Absolutely awesome start, but still a long way to go. He's coming to start the second lap now. See, we will have drivers on opposite. Oh, what a following in there. That's Ben Nichols following in Dave Spooner. Bam. Absolutely awesome there. It is Kuma Carver, your early race leader. It is Sam in 223, the Wreckfest godfather himself. In second position.
Who knows, Sam might have turned on the nitro or something in between there. It was nice little pile up there. Ben Nichols on Dalton Steele. Oh, we won the pit band! And again.
I think that's how I'm up going in there. Goff gets hit by Dalton Steele. But it should be said, Sam Gibson there in 223 is Random 4LR powered for tonight. And Ed, they're not one of your favourite cars, are they?
They're a lovely car, but there's too many of them. I would have preferred to see a few Mark II Jags in there, but that's just me, because I do love Inspector Morse. That's my reasoning.
Ed's old school nature coming in there. There's Brandon Kavanagh just showing the signs on the infield there. It's been a fairly quiet start to this one. Not many drivers really looking to turn it round. Oh, a slacky lap. Looks like there's been a massive following in. James, I thought he was going to go in there, but turned out of it at just the right time. That could have been nasty. Could have gone in the post very hard there. Spooner there. What's he going to do? Bam.
One-third distance.
Your race leader.
Is indeed 1/3 distance. Kieran McGuire first, Dan Smith second. Oh, we've a change of lead. Literally as I say it, Dan Woods is into the lead. Was he back? Kieran McGuire. These two guys must be neck and neck, and there they are, right behind each other. Oh, Ben Nichols is behind. He's not here to win, is he? He's here to have a bit of a smash. Is that Brent Shaw in 3rd place? Or is he a lap down?
I was going to say the same thing. If that is Brent Shaw in 3rd position, keep an eye on him. Obviously, I mentioned earlier, the caged virtual champion. Is Jag powered for tonight.
It's Brent Shaw, he's the Vandal actually, but
getting into the back markers, Kieran, they're trying to get the inside, and now we're getting a few more cars on opposite. Ben Nichols goes in on John Brick on turn 4. Eric Webb comes in, who's he looking for? Oh, he's just gonna come out of it. Gets taken out by someone. Smith comes through, so too to Jeffro, but still in the lead of the race. As we approach half distance, it is Kieran McIver. Oh, Viking gets followed in there. Shady goes in as well. John Brick Viking again. Oh, that's much better, weren't it, Ed? Proper Wimbledon following in that was.
Oh yeah, oh look at that. Goff goes in, back to the hearse. He tries to get his own back on Ben Nichols.
And is an absolute star here on Wreckfest. In fact, Stan Lake. And at Wimbledon is looking for someone else. He goes in on. Oh, it was that. That was either Steve McGrath or Buddy James. Couldn't quite make out the number on that one. But here we go, on board with Kieran McIver, I believe. Pretty good on board shots here. Oh, Stu Davis goes in! Oh, that was first person view. What a camera angle there. Massive thanks to Stephen for that one. But it is Sam Gibson in the lead of the race. I mentioned earlier he is pretty much the godfather of Wreckfest. He's leading the way here on the Cage Virtual debut. But it is Alan Webb who takes the lead of the race. Said it's all kicking off here in the last 10 laps.
We knew it was. Both these guys, they can put on a show, they can crash and they can race. So we'll see what we can do now. Dan Woods in 4th place. With Kieran McIver back up in the 2nd place. Obviously a fairly good scrap going on here. We're going to get our director to switch to the leading trio for the last few laps. Jordan, it's picked up. We knew it would.
Yeah, certainly. I think the last few laps were quite, everyone just wanted to get a few laps and then the final Seagull ended up. But, as it always happens, that if drivers on having it all of their own in the final, they will go looking to upset a few people, and I think that's what we saw last week, a fortnight ago, sorry, with Dan Steele and then Jack Bunning on the final bender, but it's Alan Webb leading the way. Josie's up to fourth position now.
Here's inquiry.
Back into second. Six laps to go now. In this one, who will be the Wimbledon Pre-70 virtual champion?
So we're about to find out. Looks like another block is developing there on the pit bend.
Oh, Dalton still stopping Dave Spooner there. Bam.
I've got Bam Bam. No, that's too cliche to say that, I think.
Sorry, it made me laugh, don't worry.
It's alright, I feel better now. Yeah, still in the lead as the laps roll right down now. Alan Webb in a Van de Flaffel enough. Or is it a Jag? I think it's a Jag. You can't see it. Unfortunately, again, apologies for the slightly poor picture quality. Nothing we can do there now. But looks like we've lost the lead. Looks like Team Extreme Boys are getting stuck in right at the end there. No, he holds on. It's a fair
Alan Webb done very well to hold on to that there. Dan Wood's in second position. Oh, what a dodge there! Super dodge, Alan Webb. And absolutely awesome there. Dalton still on opposite. He was trying to cause havoc. Kieran McIver moves up to second position as Dan Woods got stopped today. Chris Smith is in fourth. He's had a great night in his Rover P5. We've still got two all-comers under DD to come off Bliss as Jeffro stops. So does Steve McGough. Steve-O gets the deadly head on there. Dan Woods. He escaped. Kieran McIver's looking like it's still kicking off. 2 laps to go at the end of this one.
It's going to be very tight. Basically, the top 3 cars are together. They were. Commentator's curse again.
He's looking around the outside. What a move! That's like a speedway move, and they've both dodged the cars on opposite. Oh no, Ben Nichols goes in. Chris Smith, can he come through?
He's on the roof.
Has rolled over.
Alan Webb takes the lead.
Was it Dan Woods? Alan Webb. Wow, absolutely awesome there. Great spin out by Alan Webb. And all that now. Webb. Gary's got him! Gary's got Alan! And it is Dan Woods, he's come through! And the back marks have anything...
Oh, Kieran McIver! He's half a lap!
The Team Extreme's got him! The Team Extreme's got him! Dan Woods!
No, it looks like Dan Woods is taking it! Yes! In the last corner! But he was too late, looks like we have a winner. It is banger legend himself, Dan Woods!
Yeah, exactly. Dan Woods taking it, banger legend himself. Kieran McIver in second position, Jeffro Allen Hunt third, Smoke Alan Webb in fourth, and Crispy Chris Smith in fifth position. What a race!
I have to catch my breath now from it. That was wild. Slightly more entertaining, but again, we didn't know until literally the very last lap. It all hinged on that. As the last few finishes are clocking up their positions, we'll have a full rundown of the finishing order soon. Everyone's just a bit wound up after that one, and we knew they would be. Of course, now all of the prestige is gone. It's time to have a good old smashing session. We have 2 all-comers races and a DD to follow. Stay with us. Kieran McIver gets his just desserts off both Extreme Boys there, but looks of things.
Yeah, Ed, you said it yourself there. We've got 2 all-comers to come, and, well, if the all-comers are anything like the ones at Stanlake, the action's only going to up a notch now.
So, yeah, quick rundown of the results there. The winner, Dan Woods, 25. Second place, Motorhead, Kieran McIver, 811. Third place, Owen Hunt, Jetro. Oh, that's a top 3. We'll have a full rundown of results afterwards as well. But yeah, it's time for the all-comers. All glory and honour has gone out the window now. It's time to have a good crash. So we're actually going to have a short break. Or are we? 5 seconds, Jordan. Are you ready?
Yep, certainly are. About to go, I think, for the first all-comers race of the night. I think a couple of people were maybe asking if we could have another quick break. Obviously, people still, I believe we are going to have a quick break. Obviously, drivers are still working on their cars out in the pits, getting the sledgehammers out, getting the chains out, A lot of grinding going on in the pits at the moment, Ed.
Obviously polishing what's left of their pride. Not much left, I don't think. Is that or all the chromes been smashed to bits?
Yeah, certainly. Absolutely chaotic night so far, especially with likes of Ben Nichols, Brennan Kavanagh, Shady getting involved once again. It's been awesome so far. Kieran McIver, Ed, how unlucky is he?
It's the nature of the racing. You can have a fantastic car, it can be built right, you can be in a good mood. It all depends on everything else. That's the one thing about banger racing. It's just not predictable. You can be on the button. You can have a car that's flying. Everything's perfect. If you're racing on any other form of motorsport, you'd be so far ahead. You would have lapped second place 3 times. But it's banger racing. You just don't know what's going to happen next. So yeah, we're just having a short break. But yeah, has anyone really stood out for you this evening, Jordan, or is it still Jack Bunyan, Kieran McIver, and Dan Woods, who's been very impressive?
I was going to say Dan Woods. To come into your first online meeting on Wreckfest when it's been broadcast live on Facebook and to end up winning the final is insane, and it's a great credit to him. Absolutely awesome tonight, and great entertainment.
I think so too. I mean, I suppose it's the nature of the beast. It looks like we're about to go green. James Keane is just getting in his car now. He's attaching his helmet. 25 seconds to go. I think all the racing is going to go now. Are we even going to see any classified finishes in this race? That's what I'm wondering here.
Last car running in the all-comers, that'll be good. Obviously, I know we mentioned it earlier. We saw a couple cars go over the Armco a fortnight ago at Stun Lake. One of them being Matt Josie, I think Mitch Finney and John Brickner as well. Could we see any cars go through the post and ropes?
Well, let's see. Let's wait for our camera car to get out of the way.
Here we go then. All-comers number 1.
Oh, nice pile up there in the pit bin already. Looks like one of the DS limousines getting stuck in there.
Dalton still getting a massive jack-up low by Alan Webb. Both continue. Kieran McIver's also involved there. Fahey in that SC40 limo. Brandon Kavanagh, he's looking opposite. I think he was going to get Carl Perry, and it must be said Carl actually missed out in the final because of computer issues, but we're glad to have him back. He's an upset now. He goes in on John Bricknell. Nichols swapped to a Jag. I think the first time we've seen the Jag out tonight. Obviously, the Rover's too badly damaged. Dave Spoon in the Mark 10 Jag.
He's got to kill off those Rovers, is Ben.
Yeah, certainly. As you say, Ed, he did start off with the Rover a fortnight ago before switching to a Mercedes estate.
I think it's better. The metal bends, it doesn't tear like it does in some of the modern cars. That's one of the main reasons the guys don't like racing the 2 modern cars. But let's see what we're doing here. Brendan Kavanagh's still on opposite in the Daimler DSRs. He's looking for someone by the looks of things. Our camera car stands forlornly abandoned on the flower beds. Looks like we have a blockage here.
Still with Steve McGrath come through. Massive shot there. King goes in.
Oh! Massive head on there. There's John Bricknell and Gary Webb. Pilot in here.
Alan Webb goes in on Dan Woods. Josie, what a shot by Matt going in on Smokey there. Nichols, he goes in on the hearse. And that's Brennan Kavanagh. Big Carl Perry there also. Back in the carnage. One of the Team Extreme gets hit. Massive check up. Perry Webb goes in on Dalton Steele.
Nice shot there for Scott Goff and Buddy James. Nice shot gone.
Edford goes in on Dalton Steele. It's like a bit of chrome, Ed.
Oh, Matt Josie and on Ben Nichols. What a shot. Oh, no, it was Dalton Steele. Apologies.
Now it's Ben Nichols on, Matt Josie there. Oh, they're all coming in there. Let's get some obliterated there. Dave Spooner. I'm getting so excited. I'm messing all my words up. Dave Spooner, sorry. Josie as well.
His buddy James lined up. Oh, look at Dave Spooner's car there. Absolutely demolished. That's well snapped. But it hasn't been caged, surprisingly.
Still Tom, yeah, Ed. Oh, I thought John Brickner was actually going to go in there. Sam Gibson on opposite. Who's he looking for? Yep, there we go. That's the commentator's curse working lovely. Buddy James and Matt there. Mr. Matt Josie. Oh, Steve McGrath was aiming for Buddy James and puts himself in. He done it at Stanlake. I called him a Wally then. I call him a Wally now.
Looks like Vikings got a little Steve-O again, and he's avenged by Dan Woods. That was a massive shot. And again, the Viking does a little Steve-O. These two just will not give up. Bromance, you know you love each other, boys. 1-1-1.
Chris Smith goes in. James King goes in on Ben Nichols. Jag on jag.
Again, Kieran McIver is in the lead, obviously looking for a bit of retribution. Again, like he did the last time, took the all-comers. And a shot there, is little Steve-O. Looks like, was that Stephen Bolton he's ploughed into? That was Kieran McIver, he's trying to slow him down.
Oh, Viking! Matt Noble, he was trying to get Steve McGrath there.
We're now following the leader. This is the laps countdown. What laps? The guys just here for a crash, really.
What a following in! Viking puts away Chris Smith perfectly there. Sam Gibson goes in.
Steve-O gets Viking again!
Massive shot there.
Oh!
Over goes in on one of the. I think that's Chris Smith there.
It's actually little Steve McGrath's buddy James pulling away.
Buddy James goes in on Viking Brenshaw. Stephen Bolton goes in.
Destroys Alan Webb's car.
Finn McIver is still your race leader.
Somehow, with Jethro in second place. Or would you call him Jethro Jr.? I don't know. Goes through another very smart Vanden. John Bricknell in fourth place. We don't actually have that many cars left, so I think our early prediction was right. It's literally going to be whoever finishes this one rather than whoever just in the laps.
Look at Chris Smith's car. Absolutely ruined. And I know, Bed, you mentioned about Jethro Smart Vanden, he's racing smart. I think that is a replica of the car we raced at Hedners for the Pre-70 meeting a few years ago now.
Definitely wouldn't surprise me.
Oh, Buddy James, he puts away Marshall Keno.
Okay, that's
in the third position there. Is Kieran McIver still the race leader in this first all-comers race of the night? For Alan Hunt in second. Keno still third, and John Bricknell in fourth.
Beautiful classic car show there. The cars are lined up so beautifully in symmetry. It's like opera.
I sense a hint of irony in that statement, Ed.
Oh, just ever so slightly. You know me and irony. And sarcasm.
And sarcasm, yeah.
There'll be more twisted metal there.
It's all quieting down in this one now. On Buddy James, well, commentator's curse. What way does it work? What way doesn't it work? Jeffro, last lad in close up.
Buddy James on Oppo, who's he waiting for this time? Or is the steering too badly damaged?
Look at Kieran's car. Outlet still pointing in the straight line. What a shot! Buddy James, it's still running. Car's still going. Kieran McIver. Oh, that's left Jethro in the lead of the race. James Keane is a lap down, so he's still in third. We can ignore him, but can Kieran McIver close in there? 2 laps to go. First all-comers race. And Jethro gets stopped now by Buddy James. Buddy's just looking for whoever's in the lead.
Yeah. Jethro going to hold on to this. Well, he's drifting nicely like he does the real thing, but Kieran McIver's going up behind him. It's 1 lap to go. Let's see what he can do. Oh, beautiful swing! McIver takes the lead. He swung to avoid, Jethro swung to avoid Buddy James. McIver just snuck through there. Is he going to do it? It was a lap and a half to go. Not even a lap and a half to go. Half a lap to go. Is he going to hold on? He is. Kieran McIver takes all-comers 1. With Jethro very tight in second place. Let's see, retribution time now as they smash each other up as just they finished. James King got third place, so yeah, a little bit of glory for our beloved James. I'm sure you've already heard him raising flags, but he's done some fantastic work in the background, so thanks James. John Brickland in fourth place as well, most unusual. Jordan.
Oh, Jeffro was so unlucky, like, we tried to avoid Buddy James and upset on the end 1 and 2, but he just overcooked it and went into the dead Matt Josie car. That allowed Kieran McCarver to come through on the inside very nicely, and it takes another victory. That sets us up nicely for the second all-comers race of the night. As you said, Ed, I think we were close to having decided by last car running there.
We're far off, you know. Let's see, the problem with banger racing is you can't give success ballast because that would just make the car stronger rather than slower. Like I know in certain Tourer car formulas and in GT formulas you get success ballast as to how you do. But I'm sure half a ton of concrete in the car will be exactly what a banger driver's looking for rather than any competitive disadvantage. Or would it be an advantage? Who knows? But yeah, all comers too. I think everyone's all fired up again. We just want blood at this stage. The blood of the cars, that is, rather than the blood of the drivers.
I was going to say, nicely saved there, Ed. I wondered what route you were going down then.
Yes, all of the chrome has been miraculously straightened out again. She had a mistake there from race control. The start marshal waited 10 laps too late with 25 laps there instead of 15. We're back to 15. So, all comers 2 starting in 30 seconds as the clock is down. Most of the cars are ready. I think 1 or 2 people just obviously doing the last little bit of polish there and making sure all the Dunlops and the Michelin's are nicely pumped up. Correct tyre pressures, of course, very important in banger racing. It's all about the handling. But here we go, all comers 2.
All comers 2. First all comers race was 25 laps, back down to 15 for this one. Here we go then. Oh, Ben Nichols! It's back to
ROVER too.
Steve McGrath. Awesome bit of carnage there. Is Ledford Stephen Bolton who takes the early race lead in this one.
See what he does. Team Extreme Boys working together again. It's not Brent Shaw's, not Sam Gibson's been put on it.
It's put in there. Stu Davis gets hit by the other Team Extreme driver. Carl Perry's on opposite. Who's he looking for? I think he meets Steve McGrath on the nose. Yeah, yes, it was. He goes in on Josie now. Nichols
Ben Nichols.
Bunyan goes in on Matt Josie. Chris Smith also goes in. Matt's still running low. McCarver comes through though. Stu Dalton still. Nichols is an opposite again. Now I've just been chatting to him and he said there's plenty more entertainment for him from him to come tonight. Keeps running the 3 to 8 car. He goes in on Jeffro Laval and Hunt.
Plenty of scraping metal in the background. Don't steal Ben Nichols. What a shot.
And that's created carnage and that's created a bit of a track blockage. It's quickly dissolved though.
Hey, Davies using the master.
He gets through. Sam Gibson gets stopped by Ben Nichols. Jeffro gets his revenge with a jack up. Now we are going on board with, I think this is Matt Josie on board with his chasing Scott Goffler. The limo. Oh, Perry! Oh! Carl Perry just backs out there. Matt Josie gets a jack up. I think that's from. I think that might have been Shady going in there. I'll on board with James King to see what he can do. A third place finish in the opening all-comers race of the night. He's currently leading the way in this one. Go on, James. Go on, son. James is tonight.
Not a word. Jethro is in second place. Stephen Levitt Bolton, former world champion, in third. Jack Hajome. The unthinkable has happened. First and third are the cage staff. There's something not right here. Alan Webb, please sort this out. In we go. There we go.
He has indeed. James, oh no, James, come on. Stick it in reverse, son. Stick it in reverse, he has. They're all going in this one. He's still leading though. Jeffro in second position. It's a caged 1-2 as it stands. James Keane in the lead. Matt Josie in second. Jeffro, Alan Hunt in third. 59. Stephen Bolton in fourth.
I'm defaulting to factory settings. I'm not saying a word here now. Oh, Jethro's up to second place. Means Matt Josie's third. As you seen the last time, it could be last car running. We're not too sure though. He still has 5 whole laps to go of this Wimbledon track. Ben Nichols there looking for him. Coming up behind Leadfoot Bolton. I think he's in 5th place.
Oh no! It's one of the Team Extreme boys there. I think that's Buddy James.
It is.
Gliding with him.
Yeah, he pushed his way through. John Bricknell up in the second place. You can actually see him on his feet at the moment. Nice little gap, but there's Dalton still coming up behind him in the Rover P5. Who's that on Oppo waiting? We'll see.
I think Matt Josie must have got caught up somewhere. Is now a lap down. He's just had James Keane to go back onto the lead lap. But it's Ledford, Stephen Bolton in second position. Jeffro third. Knall fourth.
There's that Kieran McIver on Oppo. Well, look at this now. Matt Josie acting as tail gunner now to try and clear the way for James. This was not in the script, by the way, folks. We didn't actually pay anyone to stop James because we love James, unlike Matt.
Yeah. Joking, Matt. You're alright, really. We tolerate you.
Tolerate being the key word there, I think.
Certainly, yeah.
Again, a beautiful classic car scene around the track. You can almost hear the picnic baskets being opened and the clink of wine in the glass. But anyway, we're on his last lap now. James Keane, go on, James. This will be the highlight of his life, it must be said.
I think we're just coming onto the last lap now, Ed.
We are indeed. Apologies for that. I might have just changed them. It's one lap to go.
Kieran McIver, I thought Kieran McIver's going to get him. Come on, James. Come on. Half lap to go. You've got this. Jeffro in second. Ledford third. Jackin Jr. in fourth position. I think, unless there's someone on the home straight, no. We've got a caged winner on a caged online live meeting. Well done, Mr. James Keane. The ball comers too. Jeffro Alan Hunt second. Ledford, Stephen Bolton in third position. Jackin Jr. Matt Josie in fourth. We're trying hard not to jinx him, and it looks like it's paid off. What a great drive by James Keane.
Indeed, and I think as well that he's actually doing a bit of the paperwork in the background for this one as well. That's a fantastic. Look, everyone's been nice to him there. You know, they're a jolly good show, jolly well. And he's, they've congratulated him here. He seems to be happy enough. He just says, "Yeah, that'll do nicely." We might see if we can speak to James in the gap in between the racing, if he wants to, of course. But yeah, that's a very fine win for James Keane. Second place, Jordan. Third place, Matt Josie. The word fix might be needed here, Jordan. What do you reckon?
It's not the word fix just yet. We'll leave it until Matt wins the DD at least, then we can start saying fix. But no, in all seriousness, what a great drive by James. And it must be said, Ed, we've given Matt a lot of stick tonight on commentary, but he's put in some very good performances tonight, avoiding trouble and also getting involved as well in the action.
Witnessed the greatest moment in James Keane's racing life. The fact that he's a Speedward Marshal is totally incidental. He's actually won. He's the first cage driver to win at a cage meeting. So we'll turn our bias mode off now and say, yeah, that was a fine win by James. But we'll see what happens. We just have a DD now, I think.
Yes, we do have a DD now. I think we are going to get James in to do an interview after the DD. We want to try and get this DD going, and we want to try and get this meeting finished before 10 o'clock. Obviously, curfew at Wimbledon even exists in the virtual world. So yeah, a few drivers have already had to leave. We are going to run this DD now. Ed, who's your favourite for the DD, or what do you think will happen?
I think McIver's still going to look for retribution. That is Buddy James, who's been very impressive as well. If Jethro doesn't sandbag like he did the last time, I think he's in with a good chance. And of course, it's the dark horse himself, Bam. Dave Spoons, he's been extremely impressive as well when he's got a good break. He's just had a bit of bad luck tonight, but let's see how everyone gets on. It's DD time, last man standing.
Last man standing. 21 pre-70 bangers around Wimbledon Stadium. Only one driver can win. Who's it gonna be? Already, because Brandon Kavanagh is looking to go on opposite there. He went through the figure of 8 track. Chris Smith is doing a bit of gardening there. He's got his lawnmower out.
Oh, what a pile up there!
Oh, Ed, take it away.
Everyone's getting stuck in like we said they would. Massive shot there, Steve Davies in the big mark. Team Extreme guys getting stuck in as well. And Brendan Kavanagh again demolishes the signs on the infield. We'll see what happens. Matt Josie getting stuck in the infield there again. Kieran McIver's on the infield on Team Extreme. Steve Davies there in the big mark, looking for a big hit obviously. You only get the big hits in the big mark. Looks like Jet been spun around again into the wall. But we don't have a leader here at the moment. He literally is last man standing. Go any way you want. Use the figure of 8. Go the wrong way like Dalton STEELE is. Oh, look at that. Straight into Gary Webb there. But and Stu Davies again jacks them in the big mark. Again, they all back off. These cars a little bit stronger than the real thing. Jordan, have we calmed down yet, or are we still going?
Oh, bam! Goes in on the Team Extreme. He goes in. I think that's Kavanagh actually goes in.
Oh, you're crispy straight in there.
Oh, Ed, you mentioned the word calm down and then it all kicked off again. It's carnage early doors in this one, but we saw this at Stanlake. It was hard to keep track of the action early on. As the field thins out, as cars are ruined, it will become easier to follow the action, but for now, this is a better camera angle. Massive head on there. Goes in, bam! Oh! I don't know if Bam actually made contact there. He actually went in the air. Ben Nichols goes in as well. It's been a great entertainer tonight. He went in on Matt Josie. Bam Dave Spooner's an opposite. Scott goes in there on Matt Josie. See Buddy James coming through. He's got him on Sam Gibson. Stephen McGrath follows in Chris Smith. Heelan goes in on Dalton STEELE. Motorhead goes in. Brendan Kavanagh goes in. Dalton STEELE goes in on him. And Matt Josie has left the building.
But he did well this time. He got on the podium, so he got a kiss off the trophy girl.
Yeah, that's all Matt really wants, really. He just wants a virtual kiss.
He just wants the virtual attention.
Sam Gibson there, he's trying to get Kieran McIver. It looks like it's all kicking off on the pit bend. Jack Bunyan involved. Oh, Perry involved as well. Stu Davison opposite. Who's he looking for? Oh, Brandon Kavanagh nearly turning out of that. And Webb goes in on him.
That's flattened with Gary Webb here.
Kavanagh's quit as well there.
So unfortunate.
The field is starting to thin out now. Ed, I know you mentioned about the strategy involved in even the virtual world, because these cars will bend, wouldn't they, when you hit other cars?
They will, and as you said before, you know, if you damage the engine, the cars are going to go as fast. Damage the gearbox won't go as fast. Damage the steering, it won't steer, obviously. If you black flag, unfortunately, but he's already out. Brendan Kavanagh changing cars, which is against the rules there, and attacking off the infield. Oh, look at that! What a shot there, Stephen McGrath on top of. Oh no, it was Buddy James actually. Apologies, on top of Kieran McIver. Sam Gibson, a well demolished 4-orbit is still going. As we're clocking the survivors down here. Looks like it's going to be survival to the fittest again. Gary Webb there in the blue Jag.
On two wheels. Ledford, Stephen Bolton is still involved in it. As is the two extreme guys. Buddy James and Stephen McGrath. Oh, massive head on there. I think that's Gary Webb and Kieran McIver. Kieran, again, been one of the stars of the show tonight. He won one of our 2 entertainer prizes a fortnight ago. Obviously, we will be giving out 2 more entertainer prizes tonight. Sponsored by Ed Fahey Photos and J-Race Media.
We will indeed. That's Shady on Oppo.
Shady gets one of the Team Extreme boys. Great shot.
Gary Webb again. Look at that Jag. It looks like a mini now. It's been squashed so much and he's straight into Sam Gibson.
McIver, he goes in on Sam Gibson and then he goes in on Gary Webb. Sam Gibson, not much left of the front end. Look at that, Ed.
It's demolished. Nice.
That'll make it better.
There you go, well.
Great shot there by Alan Webb. Smoky there. In the black Mark 10 in this one.
think the 4R for this one looks like an orange now.
Oh, massive shot there! Oh, Sam Gibson then goes in. No, that's Kieran McIver going in on Sam Gibson there. We're down to the last few now, Ed.
Yes, who's going to win? So the three we're down to is, just getting more messages from race control. Unfortunately, a few other cars are giving up the ghost, unfortunately. Looks like we're down to the last two. We might just be down to the last one if we get our director to zoom in a bit.
McIver still going strong.
Jetro's been black flagged as well. He's out of it anyway.
He's out of it anyway, but has that finished off McIver?
No, his car's still going. Or has it? And the director's changing views here.
The drivers starting to leave again. A massive thank you to all the drivers for taking part tonight. Really means a lot to all of us here at Caged for you guys. Let all you guys enjoy the meeting as well.
Looks like we have results there. The results see on the screen are a little bit different. The winner of the DD, a fantastic appearance overall all day. Again, 811, Kieran Motorhead McIver. Style Jordan. Happy with that?
Oh. I know that after the final I asked you if he could be any more unlucky. He certainly wasn't. That one, absolutely great drive by him all night and a thoroughly deserved DD winner.
I think so too. Any moment now we'll be switching over to our interview for the evening. Our cage marshal and doing a lot of work in the background again, which we're very much grateful for. James Keane, he'll be joining us very shortly. But yeah, another interesting meeting. Don't forget, in 2 weeks' time we're off to Ringwood for the All Granada meeting. Need the same drivers again. There's a few new additions as well to the field. Of course, we'll be publishing the drivers list a little bit closer to the meeting. We'll see how we get on today. But yeah, don't forget that we'll have more meetings in June, July, August. We're basically going to keep going. There'll be 2 meetings a month, every second Saturday night. But yeah, we'll be announcing very shortly what the next meetings are too. We're just waiting now for an interview with James Keane or Matt Josie, whoever chooses to interview. It looks like Matt Josie has joined us. Matt, enjoy that.
Yeah, I did very much. It was a great night. Obviously, Baby Bunny Jr. taking me out a few times. I was looking forward to winning the race tonight, but it wasn't meant to be. But it was all good fun.
Good. Well, you do realise, Matt, that myself and Jordan paid Bunny 50p each to do you. So you okay with that?
Yeah, I heard about that. I did hear about that. I said, I'm not too happy about that. I mean, I was doing quite well. A few of the races I was leading. And then,
well, 50.
Like I heard during the commentary, first, second, up to first, and then I had it down to fifth. So it wasn't meant to be, but it was good.
Well, 50p is more than the annual salary you pay me and Jordan, so
I was going to say. Still waiting for the salary from 2016, Matt.
Well, he told me he was giving. Well, he said it was a salary increase last time from nothing to double nothing, so seems to be doing all right, I guess.
That's very true, Ed. Yeah, very true indeed.
And Jordan, you're on an apprentice scheme, and Jordan, don't hold up too much hope.
It's because I'm the youngest at Caged. I'm still tarnished with being the baby of the group.
I must admit, though, Ed, I'm quite disappointed I haven't got a car ready for the Granada meeting, but I'll be looking forward to spectating that one.
I think so too. It's going to be good. And of course, joining us is the first ever Caged staff member to win a Caged meeting. James Keane, can you hear us, or are you too drowned in champagne?
Oh well, yeah. No, basically, there's grid girls all over the place trying to put like wreaths around my neck. I mean, it's an absolute carnival atmosphere in here because I won the second all-comers race. It's amazing.
Now, the fact that you won a race, it wouldn't have mattered if it was the final, if it was Heat 1. The fact that you won, so you've won the honour of being the winner. So right now that means you're the best Wreckfest driver out of the whole Cage crew.
Yeah, I know. Matt had such a good meeting as well. When I was doing the points, I could see how well he'd done. I think, yeah, it got a couple of podiums, and at one point, me and him were first and second, and I think he got caught up and then went a lap down. And yeah, after that, it was just a case of going around. And I did think it's an all-comer. Should I really be rodding? I did want to get a win, and else carried on.
Yeah, well, a win is a win. So anyway, if you've enjoyed this evening, don't forget there is plenty of banger racing leagues on Wreckfest that you can join and play on. Of course, the main ones being VBRL, Virtual Banger Racing League, run by run by Gary Baker, who will be with us again next time, and Stephen Challenger from BBS Promotions done an absolutely fantastic job this evening. But we hope you've enjoyed it. We hope to see you again 2 weeks' time at Ringwood. Any final thoughts on that one, Jordan, or just bring on the next one?
On the next one, as I say, another absolutely amazing job by everyone tonight, including you, Ed. Fantastic sharing the virtual commentary box with you again tonight. We've had a few discussions about how to make it better, and the chemistry between us is just getting better and better as we go on. Thank you again to all the drivers for all their efforts. Thank you to Gary for his help. Thank you to Stephen as well. Thank you to everyone for watching and tuning in as well. Hopefully you've all enjoyed it. Keep safe and hopefully we'll be back racing in the real world very soon.
Indeed. And just thanks to everyone. Thanks to Jordan Hollands. Thanks to everyone who participated. Thanks to those who watched. Thanks for everything. I'm Ed Fahey, and a very good evening.